I want you to think about the last time that you planned a vacation. And maybe you spoke with a travel agent, either somebody online or in person, and you went to that person or to that online site because you were seeking out an expert who could help you to formulate this plan. But throughout the process of formulating this plan for your vacation, you did not completely surrender yourself to that person, to that individual who is the so-called expert, and say, listen, put it all together for me, and however you want to do it, that's fine. Maybe I'll give you a date that we want to leave and we want to come home, but other than that, whatever you want to plan for us is fine. Of course you didn't do that. And in that process of thinking about how you wanted your vacation to unfold, you were not making this crazy assumption that everything would go perfectly smoothly and that you could have every single thing that you want to happen. But the point of making the plan and the point of giving your input was so that you had a much higher chance of having the vacation of your dreams, of having the things happen during your vacation, the experiences unfold that you wanted to unfold. So it is no different when you are planning a birth. And sometimes the whole concept of planning a birth is so foreign to people because I think we've been smacked over the head so many times with this idea that you can't plan a birth, that whatever's going to happen is going to happen and you have no control over this. And if you've listened to some of my other video FAQs, you know how many times I have said you do have control. But the control you have starts with the amount of information you take in, with the education that you afford yourself. So when you plan that vacation, when you have planned that vacation, you did research, right? Let's say you were going to Disney, you knew that there was Epcot and there was Disney and there were timeshares and hotels and different restaurants and packages, and you did your research so that when you spoke with the expert, you could talk about what you ideally would like for yourself, what would work best for you, for your family, let's say. So when you are about to give birth, there are so many options that you can choose. And of course, if things go awry, if the baby is in distress, if something is going wrong, you need to relinquish some of that control. You need to understand what the flip side of it is so that you can still stay in partnership with your caregivers and understand the decisions that you may have a part in making or that they need to make on your behalf. No different than when you plan the vacation. If it is pouring out, well, maybe you're not going to be able to do the luau because the luau is outside. So you're going to have to come up with another plan and you'll be disappointed, but you'll figure it out. If you don't decide what you're going to do if it rains on the day of the luau, then you're kind of stuck, right? Then you're disappointed, you feel completely out of control. It's a crappy day. It doesn't have to be that way. And birth is so much more profound than a vacation. So please, write a birth plan. There is nothing bad about writing a birth plan unless you're going to make it into a contract that has to be signed in blood by your doctor or midwife. That's unreasonable, and that's not the expectation. The expectation is that you are going to get educated, you're going to use that plan to open up a line of communication with your caregivers and with your support people so that you have the best shot at having the birth experience, the most profound experience of your life, unfold the way that you want it with the highest level of satisfaction and safety.